Here are 3 quick tools to help increase confidence in struggling readers. In the few years that I've been teaching, I have came across some similarities that my struggling readers share. Retaining information was difficult. They'd struggled tremendously with vocabulary, pronouncing words, or defining words. I would have them read out loud to me, and they would simply skip over words that they did not know, skip sentences, mumble through passages to try to read fast like other students, or they were unable to retell the story accurately and confidently. This was a huge concern for me. Many of the words they would eliminate from the text had significant meaning, and a break in retention or understanding would occur. The desire to see struggling readers improve inspired me to create 3 important phases that would help struggling readers become more successful. It was important to have students see reading as one of the most essential skills that they would ever learn in their lifetime. Everything we do consists of reading something. I also wanted students to see reading as a bridge to learning more about the things that matter to them. By helping students increase their reading skills, students will find success in other subject areas as well and have a better understanding. Here are the 3 quick tools, also known as phases, to help increase confidence in our struggling readers. These tools consist of Phase 1, preview it, Phase 2, read it and hear it, Phase 3, retain it. These quick tools have become vital for me in helping struggling readers reach success in comprehending the text. Phase 1 is preview it. During this phase, students are to read the title and any bold headings, skim the text for any unfamiliar words, look at visual art in the story, and try to make a prediction as to what they think the story will be about. After the prediction, then they read the first sentence of every paragraph. This is to familiarize them with the text and prepare them for reading. It's kind of like warm-ups in a basketball game. Here's a video of what Phase 1 may look like.
To understand the story is we're going to skim it first. And when we skim the story, we're not reading the story. We're briefly going to go through, we're going to read our focus question, which is the first question right at the top of our book. Then we're going to read the title, okay? Then I want you to take a moment and just kind of look at the visuals. The visuals are important, and as you're looking at the pictures and the visuals, I want to see if you can make any types of predictions.
Now on to Phase 2, read it and hear it. Our first read is listening to the story on CD. This is so important because now the students can hear how words are pronounced instead of struggling by trying to guess for themselves. While the story is being read, I require students to use a bookmark. This teaches their eyes to read in a straight line, and they are to stay on task, reading along with the CD. Phase 2 carries several mini lessons with it. One important mini lesson I use is understanding vocabulary. The circle words from Phase 1 are now defined. Students have access to iPads, dictionaries, and mini laptops so that they can use dictionary.com to find the meaning of words they struggle with. They make a list as a class, and I assign so many words to each group, and they are responsible to find the synonym and the definition for the words, and then come back and report it to the class. My students have a workbook, and they are to write the words, definitions, and synonyms in the book to increase their vocabulary. I also encourage students to try to use it in their conversations. Another mini lesson is class review of the story. After we listen to the story, I assign each student a number from 1 through 6. Each number will be required to review certain pages in the text and highlight important information. Once they have worked on their own for about 8 minutes, I then have them come together with their like numbers, and they are able to discuss what each other highlighted and deemed important. Finally, I break them up in a group of 6, and each number reports on their finding to the group. This review process I have found so helpful to my readers. They struggle, but they're given support, held accountable, and can be successful reporters with confidence. Here is a part of phase 2 in action.
I see your book. Where's your underlying word?
Noche. Ooh, Noche was perched on her shoulder. What do you think, Noche? What would that mean? Noche was perched on her shoulder.
The bird.
The bird. Noche is the name of the bird. Excellent. Great job. See how we're using our context clues already? That's going to be phase 2 of finding out the meanings of those words that may kind of confuse us a little bit.
Our final stage is phase 3, retain it. This is where students are reading with an understanding. Students have previewed the story, reviewed the story, listened to the story, and defined vocabulary words that could have interfered with comprehension. They worked as a team to recall important information. Now it is time for them to read the story and read it with success and confidence. Let's watch it in action.
Some type of leaves. And why would you put that as medicine? What in your past knowledge would make you think that could be possibly medicine?
Well, because she's going to take it to the doctor.
Right. And then we've learned in our other stories, too, that they've used what in order to make medicine?
Tree bark.
Tree bark and different herbs and stuff. So, yeah. Good job. Way to make that connection. Tell me.
Let's do a quick review. The 3 quick tools I spoke of were phase 1, preview it, phase 2, read it and hear it, phase 3, retain it. And if students are able to understand and carry out each of these phases, then our struggling readers will be able to be rescued and find success and confidence in their reading ability. Thank you for joining me in the quest to improve struggling readers' ability to be successful. I hope you're able to implement these tools and find success for your learners as well.